Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me in this live section. Guys, stay with me. I have a lot to show you guys. And then, if you're new to this channel, do well to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, like and share with you. Like and share this video. Guys, who is bombing Mbano in Imo State? Whose hand is in all these things? Because for a long time now, they have been labeling Ipob, saying they are the Igbos, that the one that are conducting this attack. In fact, Governor Soludo came out and said that if they have caught 100 criminals, the 99.9% of them are from the southeast. This is what the southeast governor is saying. And then they also said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is the one responsible for the attacks going on in the southeast. But ever since he has been in detention, these attacks has continued, even worse. In fact, Anambra and Imo State, even in Enugu State and Ebonyi State, these states are under attack. They are under attack, and they have always labeled IPOB and Igbos, to be the ones that are responsible for this attack. Now, here's the dark truth about Southeast attacks and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's trial. I'm going to be exposing to you the true masterminds behind attacks in the Southeast. It has been exposed. Yes, a man exposed the true sponsors of this attack. Now, welcome back to my channel. Like I said, today we must confront a dark and disturbing truth about what is happening in the southeast region of Nigeria, especially in Imbano, in fact, especially in the southeast, because Imo State now, I've heard of, bombing, reports of bombings going on, not one, not two, guys. Imo State is under siege. I'm going to play you a video of, where a man saw bomb. This lives, guys, stay with me. I have a lot in this live section. You uncover truths of what is going on in the southeast. They claim Igbos to be the ones, or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In this live section, you will see that they are not the ones doing all these things. I'm going to show you a video where a man saw bombs. The current attack that happened in Mbano, where they bombed Mbano, there was this bomb that couldn't explode, so it landed on the floor. Guys, I'm going to show you everything. So now, today we must confront a dark and disturbing truth about what is happening in the southeast region of Nigeria, especially in Mbano, Imo State. Bombs, bullets, and bloodshed that have become the new language of intimidation. If you have anything to say, let me know in the comment section. Let's talk about it. Now, who is really behind all this? Are these people criminals? Are they unknown gunmen? Or is there a deeper state-sponsored agenda designed to crush any legal momentum for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB? Guys, stay with me as I break this down piece by piece with facts, context, and questions that every honest Nigerian must ask. So recently, there was something that happened in Mbano, Imo State, the bombing. Now, we'll talk about what really happened. Recently, the peaceful community of Mbano was rocked by explosion. Witnesses says bombs were dropped on residential area. Families scattered, innocent men. In fact, that incident by a lot of people. You'll be asking yourself, who is responsible? They said it's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They clearly said that it's IPOB, that is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention. Is he in detention that is ordering for attack? There is more truth to this. In this live section, you will really discover the people that are responsible for all this attack going on in Imo State. Because in Imo State, we have been hearing different, even in the market, bombing is too much. Who is behind all these things? You will know the truth in this live session. Guys, stay with me. So now, the community of Mbano was rocked by explosion. Witnesses say bombs were dropped on residential areas. Families scattered, innocent men and women, even children caught in chaos they never asked for. So now, but here is what IPOB is saying, loud and clear. This was not an accident. This was a deliberate attack. Just, to prove they want to come and prove Kanu is a terrorist, by have you ever thought that when Kanu was, still free, when they have not yet arrested him, the East was at peace. The East, there was nothing like unknown gunmen. It was after Kanu, they detained Kanu that, Anambra State is under the kidnapping is too much. The kidnapping is too much. In fact, there was something high sent exposed that happened in Anambra State. I'll still talk about this story, guys. Stay with me. I have a lot. So now you can see that the kidnappings in Anambra was too much. In fact, to the extent that a businessman in Anambra State went missing for a year. Went missing and left there after a year. They discovered that this man was actually in what's their name? Vigilante custody, was in an illegal cell in Anambra State. The same vigilante that the governor of Anambra set up. He was there. What is the crime of the man? The man did not commit any crime, just that the vigilante men came and picked him up and then locked him. His family don't know his whereabouts. He went missing. After a year, they had to discover that this man has been in an illegal cell. High Sense exposed this. Imagine. And not only the man, many people were also there. That's to tell you what is happening in Anambra. But then they'll still go and say it's Ipob, they are the ones involved. This thing that they did to this man is not kidnapping. How can you take a man? How can you put a man in an illegal cell of vigilante and he stays there for a year and you're telling me it's not kidnapping? Vigilante, even if the man committed a crime, you are supposed to, the highest, the man is not supposed to stay there for more than a day. You hand him over to the police. So how will somebody now argue that this is not kidnapping? You can see what is happening in Anambra State, but they'll still go ahead and say it's Ipob. So what I'm saying is that there are many things going on in the Southeast. The Anambra State has experienced kidnapping at maximum, unknown gunmen, burning of different attacks going on in the Southeast. In this live session, like I said, you're going to uncover the truth of who is really doing this thing. Who is really doing this thing? Who is bombing Mbano? The people that are doing this thing. So Ipob, they are saying it loud and clear. And this is not an accident. This was not a clash between the so-called unknown gunmen and security forces. Ipob asserts that it was a Nigerian military. Guys, stay with me. They said that it was a Nigerian military, army, the DSS, and the police who orchestrated this brutal assault. I'm going to show you what a man said concerning the attack going on. So they claim the bomb used in Mbano was launched by security agents themselves, a deliberate act of state terror on their own people. So now, according to what happened, what happened in Mbano in Imo State? They said that that it is military. A man said it was military men, the army, the DSS, the police, that are the ones doing all these things. Somebody said that it is the Muslims that are doing all these things. I will not even deny this because we have seen, honestly, all these Fulani headers, them too, they are part of what is going on in the South is because in Ebonyi State, Fulani men, headers, came and destroyed their house, burnt houses. Imagine people's houses, people's investments were all burnt down, by these terrorist men. So I will not doubt what this person said, that it is Muslims that are all doing this. So now they claim that the bomb used in Mbano recently was launched by security agents themselves, a deliberate act of state terror on their own people. Like I said, I'm going to show you a video, guys, stay with me, of what a video of a man. The last attack that happened in Mbano, they threw a bomb. They threw about 3 bombs, but one, when it landed on the floor, it refused to explode. And then the man started videoing, started saying a lot of things that happened. Stay with me, I'm going to show you that video. So now, this is not an isolated incident. According to Ipob, this is a pattern. Each time the illegal case of Mazen and Kano's unconditional release grows stronger in courts and in public debates, there is a sudden violence in the Southeast. So anytime Kanu wins in courts, according to what this man said, he said anytime Kanu wins in courts, the next day you will hear of attack either in Imo State or in Anambra State or in Enugu State. These are the things that are going on. Anytime he wins in courts, there must be an attack the following day. So somebody said, this is a terrible stuff. We need more people talking about this. Now, I want you guys to ask yourself, why do this attack always escalate when Kanu's lawyer exposes flaws in government cases? Why do villages get shred, homes get burnt, and innocent people get displaced whenever a major court hearing is approaching? Ask yourself that question, because this man said anytime Kanu, wins in courts, do you see an attack the next day? You will see an attack the next day. So now, for those who may not know, listen very carefully. For those who may not know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's detention has already been declared unlawful by several courts, including regional and international human rights bodies. His legal team continues to prove that his extradition from Kenya was illegal, that he has been denied medical treatment, and that the government is breaching court orders. This is what you guys should know. Instead of compiling with the rule of law, the state is accused of resorting force, using bomb. I can't just imagine what is happening. Imagine them to compile, obey the law. What they are doing is now using bomb, intimidation, and extrajudicial killing to silence dissent. Why would a government that claims to respect the law choose violence over the court decisions? Why bomb a village instead of proving guilty in a courtroom? Why bomb a village than proven guilty? If Kanu is a terrorist, why don't you prove he's a terrorist, and then it's left for them to do what they can do? But it's clear that that man is innocent and he's not a terrorist. If he's not a terrorist, why don't you just release him? It's not a big deal. That's justice. Who really benefits from what is going in the southeast already? And already an ex-soldier has come out to tell us that, or say the people that are, the ones, the true sponsors. In fact, the person that is, or he came out and exposed names of the people that are keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in detention. They have come out to talk about people that are keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He called different governors in the southeast. In case you have not seen that video, take a look at the clip of this video. Take a
But
look.
if you people are killing, you are ranting in the east without taking a proper step, Nnamdi Kanu will not be released. I am not praying that he should be there. Because the governors and the House of Senate rep in the east, they are behind his detention. Because why? If Nnamdi Kanu come outside, those people call themselves governor, House of Rep, they will not have the opportunity in any position in Biafra land. They might be chased out of Biafra. That is why they are making sure Nnamdi Kanu should not be released. This is my advice. I come in peace. I mean no harm. Detaining Nnamdi Kanu, they pay me for body, because why? Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist leader. He's a freedom fighter. Why are you people detaining a freedom fighter and leave the leaders of Boko Haram and Fulani herdsmen? Why should you people leave the leaders of Boko Haram, ISWAP, banditry, and you people know them? They give you the list. And now, una come to face Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu, is he up to the terrorist leader in the north? If not another person, they arrest for this kind of treason. When they say treason, are you aware the person not go reach this kind of time for prison detention? Nnamdi Kanu is an innocent person. They just hate him because why? They still say he wise. If the country divide, peace go there, everybody go it go affect them. They don't say if the country divide, those who are ruling now, the governor ruling in the east now, they are not going to get it right. That is why they are doing amebo to the president that they should not release what? Nnamdi Kanu. Because why? They are not going to benefit in the movement of Biafra country. That is why they are doing so. If you say you don't hear from me, I don't tell you now, wait till this up now. Make una do the right thing. Mobilize to Abuja.
So, in case you don't understand what that man said, that man said that the real people that are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in detention to today is not far from the southeast. That they are inside, they are within. These are leaders, political leaders in the southeast and governors in the southeast. They said these are the true people. That was what that ex-soldier said. He said these are the true people holding Kanu. Now, let's go on. Somebody said, who cares about Africa? Now, if you don't care about Africa, Then allow those who care about Africa to speak up for the betterness of this country. If you don't care about Africa, then you allow those who cares about it to, speak up, concern, or talk about it. So now another person said IPOB will release their their leader Mazen and the Kanu and restore Biafra national. Yes, this is what we believe. And if they don't release Kanu, like this soldier said, that video that I just played, he said that on the 10th of October, if Kanu is not released, that even not just this ex-soldier, there was this youth, Igbo youth, yes. He said that on the 10th of October, if they don't release Kanu, that they're going to boycott the 2027 election. He said that it's going to raise 10 million men that will march to Abuja, that they should be ready to buy all of them there because they are tired of the endless detention of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. This is what the person said. Now let's move on. Like I was saying, who is really benefiting from the chaos in the south is because we have seen that it's not even IPOP and it's not even the Igbos. So who is doing all these things? Whenever the southeast is plunged into chaos, two things happen. Number one is fear spreads. Ordinary people are too afraid to speak, protest, or even gather to demand justice. Because in Nigeria, whenever you protest, no matter how peaceful the protest is, they will come after you. There are many people that went to protest, they are still in detention till now. This is Nigeria for you. And then they will claim that, they are practicing democracy. Nigeria has turned to that country that punish innocent people and leave bandits, to walk around. In the last attack that happened in Benue State, when the youth came out to, protest to say enough is enough to the killings going on in Benue State, what happened? They opened tear gas on them. They fired them tear gas, guys. Imagine people that are coming out, peaceful protest, guys. They open tear gas at them. What does this tell you? These DSS military men, they will not go after this. Look, every time in Nigeria, there is no day that pass without you hearing of these armed men attacking. Insecurity is now a daily news. It's now something we hear every time. Even Imo State itself is the talk of the town. Every time bombing. Who is doing this thing? Who is doing this thing? Who is doing this thing? Who is benefiting from this thing? Now, like I said, whenever the southeast is plunged into chaos, two things happens. One is fear spreads. Ordinary people are too afraid to speak, protest, or even gather to demand justice. The government uses the violence as justification to deploy more troops. Whenever you hear of insecurity, the government will come out, chief of defense staff will come out, and then they will say they have deployed military men. The next day another attack will happen. This is what we see every time. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. We are the military men. Them, they're even running. I saw a video, of a military man, lamenting, saying, look at what they are feeding us. People that are fighting for their country. Look at, we are underpaid. We don't have weapons. You send us to fight. We are even hiding for our life because these band guys are more weaponized. But every year they roll out billions. They say they are using it for security. And military men are still complaining of weapons. So what are they using the money to do? These are the lies. You guys should know that this country, Nigeria, is built with lies. And because Kanu has been, coming out to expose these bad leaders, anyone that says the truth in Nigeria is an enemy of Nigeria. That is why they went after Kanu. Leaving these bad guys, they now called him a terrorist. Leaving what these bad guys, so what they are trying to say now is what these bad guys are doing in this country, is not terrorism, but Kanu is the true terrorist. This is what Nigerian government is saying. When Kanu has no record of any killing, he has no weapon. I was even thinking when the DSS said they want to start their witnesses, I was thinking they will bring a truckload of weapon that Kanu kept somewhere. Because the way they labeled him a terrorist, I was shocked. Just like that. How can you just come and label someone a terrorist when you don't even have proof? You don't have proof at all. You just called someone, called someone a terrorist. No weapon has been found with Kanu, not even a knife. Not even a knife. The only thing they found between him is his microphone. That was all. They want to suppress him. It's not like he's a thief or a terrorist. They're just keeping him there, playing political games. The government uses this violence as a justification to deploy more troops, creating a cycle of occupation, harassment, and human rights abuses. Now, meanwhile, who profits from these things? The security agencies get bigger budgets. The political elites gain more excuses to prolong Kanu's detention. The international now, let me now tell you, once they attack the southeast, now they will use it now and justify, they will now use it and justify that, oh, see what is going on in Imo State. It is Ipob. You see why I tell you that is their plan. They want the East to be under siege so that they can now prove that, oh, they can now label Ipob as a terrorist. So they will not tell you, see what is going on in the southeast, when they are the ones behind all these things. I'm going to show you a video. Stay with me. Now, if you're asking what happened, guys, stay with me. I'm going to show you everything because it has been long now. Because after they arrested Mazinan, or before they arrested him, the southeast was calm. But after they arrested him, we have been seeing different violence. We saw unknown gunmen and everything. And now they are saying it's IPOP. So that they can now have something, a tangible evidence to now show that Kanu or IPOP is an illegal or a criminal organization. When IPOPs are innocent, IPOP is a legal organization. That is just it. International communities looks away, believing the southeast tool is unstable. I don't know if you understand. International community, they look away, believing the southeast the southeast is unstable because of what is going on in the southeast. Now take a look at what this man said. Take a look.
Bamonsa. Ba tatabu 14 of July 2025 ndara abia na efene na atokwane bombo ha kenke mwana rora tata ka obre drone copter jet yana that silent one na ebu bombo ke bombo obira to n'ukwu achere ba anyị na no otoro to this side. So mana nke pụtara ebe amenu na anọ kpọtara na akpọ na ana butọba ma ọkwa agba obinigwe rụrụ bụrụ ihe mmụọ na rụrụ. So mpa ka nsị ka mgba vidio na ha pere mpe onwe ya menwuru a gwara ha na mmụọ na ka anyị ji arụ ọrụ obinigwe nọ n'ọrụ na bọmbụ ha onwe ya ọ ji emenwu anyị ọ daa ngeme na ụlọ nyụsị ọkụ ọkụsịa mmiri ozugbo pana the bomb ebe a ka nsị ka gbara the video samonsa.
So this was what happened in Imo State, Mbano, recently. Now, if you did not hear what that man said, let me just, because he spoke in his dialect. Now, he said that in Imo State, they actually, in his side, they threw 3 bombs, but one, when the other one landed, that one you just saw that it refused to explode. Then he was now asking, who is doing this thing? Like, who is responsible for all these things? Now, take a look at these tweets by this man, because after that thing happened, this man posted this on X. Now, let me read for you guys. He said the Nigerian military, Nigerian army, official DSS and Nigerian police and other security agencies are behind the attacks in the southeast, more especially the one of Mbano. This one that you just saw, that video you saw a bomb, the man was videoing the bomb. This was the bomb Nigerian security agents are using on innocent citizens of Mbano. Let me just pause. Guys, the last attack, there was this attack that happened in Imo State. The governor of Imo State said that it's not headers, though. It's not Fulani. In fact, he said there's no Fulani headers in Imo State. That it is Igbo people that are doing this thing. You see what is? I'm shocked. Even the victims, people that survived the attack, said that it is Fulani headers that are doing this thing. He said there is no Fulani header, that is Igbo people that are doing this thing. Now let me continue. I will tell you why I said this. Ipob asserts without equivocation that this heinous act is not only tragic, but also part of a recurring pattern. Every time you hear bombing in Imo State, each time the legal arguments for the release of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, gain momentum in court and public discourse, as has been the case in recent weeks, the Nigerian state resorts to violence and bloodshed in the south is exactly the thing I said. See, whenever Kanu his case gain momentum in public when people are now saying that he has won, an attack will happen, especially in Mbano. Now, let me just play the video for you guys the second time to see the bomb they saw in Imo State. Imo State, the last thing that happened in Imo State, I mean, the bombing incident, it's by a lot of people. Take a look.
Ba monsa. Ba tabo 14 of July 2025 ndara bịara na-efene na-atụkwana bọmbụ ha nke mwana rụrụ anyị tata ka obere drone copter jet ya na that silent one na-ebu bọmbụ ke bọmbụ ọ bịara atụọ n'ukwu achere ebe anyị na-anọ ọ tụrụ ịtọ dị side.
So this is what Imo State keep experiencing, especially Mbano. Guys, there's this video I want to play for you guys. This ex-soldier also came out to say what is going on in the military. You will see that you will not doubt what this man said. Canon Takano. You will not doubt him when he said the military men are actually the ones, causing all this problem in the southeast, so that they can now, use that opportunity to say that can or they can use the opportunity to show evidence that Ipob are the ones doing all this thing when it's a lie. Now, despite the bombs, the bullets, and the blackmail, Ipob remains defiant. They have once again declared they have no hands in this violence going on in the southeast. They maintain their struggle is peaceful, rooted in legal and political resistance, not bomb, not even bloodshed. They insist that every Igbo man, woman, or youth must remain vigilant. They urge communities to document what is happening, record evidence, speak out, and share the truth with the world, because silence helps the oppressors and fear feeds tyranny. Now, this is bigger than Mbano. Yes, it's about the principle that no government should bomb its own people to silence legal arguments. It's about the right of every detained citizen to have a fair trial, not a bomb dropped on their village when the trial is not going well for the state. We must ask, where is the Nigerian National Assembly? Where are they? Where are the right human rights? All this thing that is happening in Imo State. Have you even seen the governor of Imo State come out to say anything concerning it? I'm asking you, if you reside in Imo State, Nigeria, have you seen this attack, this bombings? Have you even seen the president come out to talk about it? Have you seen? See, there are a lot going on that you guys don't know. There are a lot going on that you all don't know. Like I said, where is the National Assembly? Where is the human rights watchdog? Where is the international community that claims to stand for democracy? The people of the Southeast are not, they are not collateral damage. They are citizens. They deserve justice, not bomb. This is the bitter truth that many people fear to say. If we do not speak now, more bombs will fall, more lives will be wasted, and the rule of law will die a slow death in our silence. I urge you to share this video and then talk about Mbano. Demand accountability. That is just it. Like I said, if you have anything to say, drop it under the comment section. Let's talk about it. Now, there's this thing a soldier said concerning military personnel. Take a look, guys.
Me, where they here? Because I help soldiers when they dismiss.
Yes, sir.
They go write letter to the president and commander in chief about me. Say I won't commit treason and felony. Say I gather soldiers where they dismiss in their thousands. They don't know what I don't do with them, and they don't know what they plan to do with them. If not be say DSS no be like Nigerian army. Now fact then they work with and evidence. Therefore don't kill me quietly. And if to say that thing come out, they say maybe I gather them when we want to do coup, I be we want to do something. Some of them go cost me join. Say hey.
Guys, I'll continue that video, soon. You will see the reason, why these military men, or you will see the reason why they're actually calling military men. They are the ones involved in all these things. Now, Let's talk about the strategy of the collective punishment. This means punishing a whole world or a whole community for the action or belief of a few. For example, you're asking yourself, why are they so, why is Nigerian government all interested in Kanu? Because we have seen that they are desperate, like to silence Kanu, like they are desperate. Somebody said one thing, in my other life section, I think few days ago. He said that why Nigerian governments are desperate is because of they know Kanu is saying the truth. There are so many things they have done, there are so many atrocities that Kanu know that they have done that could, jail them for life. That is why you see they are desperate to silence Kanu so that he cannot talk. He has been in custody for like 5 years now. And if Kanu is a terrorist, people will see. You don't even need anybody to come and tell you. You will see he's a terrorist. But then Kanu is not a terrorist. No evidence, no nothing. No evidence that he's a terrorist. You see, this thing that's going on in Bano is like it's punishing a whole community for the action of belief of a few. For example, instead of arresting Kanu's lawyers or even Ipob that they have proof. If they prove the wrongdoing, they are bombing the entire village to feel to because of fear. Show viewers the real goal. Show viewers the real goal if is to silence everyone. No one will speak up for Kanu or Biafra. Why is it they are not going after, or let me say, okay, you called Kanu a terrorist. So why is it that you cannot just show the world that he's a terrorist and then jail him if jail him or sentence him to jail? Why are you keeping him there? And why is it that you're going after Southeast? Because currently most State Anambra has been the talk of the town. The attack going there is much. Just like you saw now, that man in that video, that man was complaining of the bomb that they dropped, three of them, but this one refused to explode. You can see when violence break out, local economic collapses. This is what they don't know. See, they don't care about our economy, they don't care about anything. All they care is silencing Kanu. Even when they know that when violence break out, local economies collapses. They don't care about anybody. What their ambition is to silence Kanu. So anything that they will do to silence Kanu, they don't care about the consequences. All they want to is to silence Kanu. Markets shut down, just like in Imbano, they threw bomb in the markets. People died, the market shut down, traders fled, investors avoid the region. Over time, the southeast remains under developed, dependent on the federal government for funds. It shows that bombing villages is not just physical violence, it's an economic control. Compare how the government treats violent group in other regions. How did they treat all these unknown gunmen, all these Boko Haram? Some terrorists in the north get amnesty deals or even scholarship. Bandits get negotiations. Meanwhile, Ipob, which says it's peaceful and uses courts, faces bombs. It exposes hypocrisy. Same Nigeria, different treatment. Same Nigeria, different treatment. Court has repeatedly ruled in Kanu's favor. Instead of obeying, the state bombs village, completely ignoring its own law. Now, this shows viewers, this is just, this is the fact that Nigeria's democracy is dead because there's nothing like rule of law in this country. This country is lawless. Before I move further, take a look at what Mazen Namdekano's lawyer said. Take a look.
When the president calm down, the reason Namdekano have a discussion with him. You have been having a discussion with bandits and the so-called repentant Boko Haram. Tell me the offense of Namdekano, because he's agitating for self-determination, which is his own constitutional fundamental rights granted to him by the constitution and the law.
Well, the government's anger is not because of the agitation, because they know that everyone has a right to agitate. But they said the way he was going about it,
Like
and then people were being incited. Well, that's even not what I'm
What
trying
of the
to
one?
say.
What of the one? The wife of the president incited people during the election. The wife of the president, he incited people that Igbo should go. What of the one of Lagos said that Igbo should go and fall into lagoon? What of those that came out and said that?
You can see the Nigerian government negotiates with bandits. The last negotiation was in Katsina State. Yes, the most wanted bandit, Ade Aleru, was seen negotiating with Katsina State, the elders, and then the attendees of this peace talk was military men. Imagine the same military men that declared this man was this wanted. Do you know the atrocities this bandits leader and his group has done? Do you know, are you aware of what they have done? The same military men that actually, declared this man wanted was seen as, attendees talking, having a peace talk. I don't even understand what is going on in this country. How can bandits be negotiating with Katsina State? But look at Kano, that has no record of killing. That have no record of killing. Do you know what the man even said? The most wanted bandits said that as far as Nigerian government to be seen, they will continue to be seeing them as terrorists. They will not stop buying people. And military men were there looking at him, saying all those things without even catching him and prosecuting him. Nothing, or even jailing him for what he has done. But look at Kanu. They can't even prove he's a terrorist. No evidence that Kanu is a terrorist. But they kept him there for years. Why? Because they know Kanu is their game spoiler. Kanu knows all their atrocities. Kanu knows all. That is why they are desperate. They don't care what it will result. They don't care. If it's to roll all the money in the world, they can do it. Do you know how much Nigerian government spent just to kidnap Kanu from Kenya? Money they would have used to fix Nigeria. They are desperate for one man to silence a man. This is what they are doing in this country. Many Southeast governors, senators, and local leaders stay silent, possibly out of fear or because they benefit politically. They rarely visit bomb sites. They rarely demand answer in that. But just like I said, all this bombing going on, has governors, come out to, talk about it. It puts pressure on them to defend the people who elected them. Under international law, bombing civilians, civilian area during peacetime is illegal. It could be classified as a war crime. It could be classified as a war crime. It is a human rights issue that the world must care about. That is one thing. All this attack going on in Mbano in Imo State, nobody is coming. Even the president, that one shocks me more. The president is silent. But let something happen to a Fulani man. Just one, or a Muslim man. Come and see what will happen. There will be war. They will want to turn it. Tinubu will come out and speak. But all the attack going on by Fulani men, Fulani headers in Enugu State, in Ebonyi State, how many of them has came out to talk about it, to say what these Fulani men did was wrong? None. Imagine in the attack that happened in Benue State, Tinubu indirectly said in his tweet, said that the governor should I think should go and talk or negotiate with who? Negotiate with bandits. Are you trying to say that these bandits have bigger guts or what? There was no condemnation at all, condemning what these bandits did. None. Every time he said they were going to bring these people to justice, nothing, even after he comes out to talk, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Now, whenever Ipob wins court victories or international attention shifts to Mazen and Kano's illegal detention, something violent will suddenly happen in the East. That is what we face, just like what this man said. He said the Nigerian military, army, police, DSS, and other security agencies are behind the attacks in the Southeast, most especially the one of Mbano. This was the bomb Nigerian security agents are using on innocent citizens of Mbano. I'm going to play you that video after reading this. The bomb they found in Imo State that refused to explode, but others did, and by a lot of people. So he said, Ipob asserts without equivocation that this heinous act is not only tragic, but also part of a recurring pattern. Each time the legal arguments for the release of our leader, Mazen and the Kanu, gains momentum in court and public discourse, as has been the case in the recent week. the Nigerian state resorts to violence and bloodshed in the southeast. Now, this one is trying to say that whenever, Kanu wins in court, or the public is not talking about Kanu saying that they should release him, there must be violence in the southeast. They are doing this thing so that, people will see that the south is not even, at peace. Because you know that they labeled Ipob as the ones conducting all the attack in the southeast. Even the so-called DSS witness that came to testify against Kanu, they said that, Ipobs are the one. Now, Martin and the Kanu, they are the one, responsible for the unrest in the southeast. That they are the one. So you can see whenever people are talking about Martin and Kanu's release that is innocent, you will see a sudden attack the following day, just to prove that it's IPOB that is causing the unrest in the southeast. You can see, just to have a point, when they know that IPOB, they are innocent. They know the people that are doing this thing. I want to talk about what happened in Edo State. Now, even Very Dark Man, the popular content creator, a popular content creator went to Edo State because that's where he's from. So his attention was drawn to Edo State, that military personnel are destroying people's house and giving it to, Fulani people, headers. In fact, he said the residents of Edo State said when military personnel came, they came with Fulani headers. Imagine Fulani headers, taking over Edo State just by force. And military men are assigning this. How can military men, if Edo State people don't want these Fulani headers in their state, why can't they just leave? Is this something to argue? These people don't want them. Why would you just force Fulani men into Edo State? These are what military men are doing, destroying people's houses, displaying them in Edo State and giving it out to Fulani men. For what? And then Edo State, these state people are saying because of what these headers are doing to them, they don't want to see any Fulani men. They have been saying it. They don't want to see, because in the last attack that happened in Edo State, the thing that happened in Edo State, they said, okay, this thing happened months back. They said, I don't know if you guys remember the Iromi, I think. Yes, the ones they said they bite 16 Fulani men. Because in those states, I don't even support extrajudicial killing, like I always say. I don't support taking laws into your hands. But if you think about it on a second thought, you will actually understand that in those states, people has been with, the fact they have been stabbed, their life. These Fulani headers have dealt with them a lot. And then why will travelers carry gun? Some they say they are hunters, some they say they are going for Salah. Do they use guns to celebrate Salah? So they saw the gun and then they had to do what they did, which I'm not in support of. So now what happened? Everybody said they wanted to make it a Christian war. What I'm trying to say is that, this Edo State people say they don't want Fulani men in their land. Why will military men be forcing Fulani men into the land of Edo State people? Why? Once it causes a war now, you will see these Muslim people will want to make it a religious war. They want to cause war. They want to now come and involve innocent Christians. People that don't even know anything about, they want to come and involve them into the war. So now, what made me to say this is because of what this man said, that military men are the ones doing these things in the southeast. Because look at what is happening in those states. Imagine how can military men be, displacing people and giving houses, giving lands. In fact, according to what VDM said, he said that there are 5 camps of these Fulani men in Edo State. And Edo State people don't want to, share their land with Fulani men. Do you guys know that Mazen Amdekano has been warning us of the dangers of these Fulani people? And it's happening now. It's happening now. So now let me just continue. Like I said I'll play you a video, of the bomb they saw. Take a look if you have not seen this video. Take a look.
Ba tabo 14 of July 2025 ndara bịara na-efene na-atụkwana bọmbụ ha nke nwa na rụrụ tata ka obere drone copter jet ya na that silent one na-ebu bọmbụ ke bọmbụ ọbịara tụọ n'ukwu achere ebe anyị na-anọ ọ tụrụ ya tọdị side. So mana nke pụtara ebe amenụ na-anọ kpọtara na akpọ na ana butọba ma ọkwa agba ọ bụrụ obuni obinigwe rụrụ bụrụ ihe mmụọ na rụrụ. So mpa ka nsị ka mgba ya vidio na ha pere mpe onwe ya menwuru. A gwara ha na mmụọ na ka anyị ji arụ ọrụ. Obinigwe nọ n'ọrụ na bọmbụ ha onwe ya ọ ji emenwu anyị. Ọ daa ngeme n'ụlọ nyụsịa ọkụ ọ gụsịa mmiri ozugbo pana dị bọmbụ ebe a. Aka nsị ka gbaa anyị dị vidio sa mmụọ nsọ.
So this is serious. This is serious. So now, whenever Ipob wins in court, just like what this man said in this post, whenever Ipob wins in court or international attention shifts to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's in legal detention, something violent suddenly happens in the East just to distract them from the truth. You know, coincidentally overshadowing the legal conversation. This distracts local and international media from discussing the court ruling and put the region in emergency mode instead of focusing on the peaceful advocacy. So then they will now say that, you see what is going on whenever they win in court, whenever international bodies are talking about Kanu's release, you see that coincidentally something will happen in the East. And then they will not come and say, you see what I'm talking about, that look at what happened in the East, that, these people are the ones responsible for it, when it's a lie. The bombings, are not just physical attacks, they are psychological operation. The goal is to break the spirits of ordinary people, to make them feel helpless. See, for the fact that Nigerian government went to Kenya to arrest, or to kidnap, because that's kidnap, to kidnap Kanu, there is nothing they cannot do, because what they did violated international law, and they could be sanctioned for that, but they didn't care, because they are desperate to silence Kanu. The goal is to break the spirits of ordinary people, to make them feel helpless and scared to support Ipob openly or to speak against injustice. Many elders and parents are forced to silence their youth out of fear of collective punishment. That is justice. In many cases, respected traditional rulers, community leaders are not even, and even clergy are even threatened or bribed to remain silent or to blame unknown government for everything. They say it's unknown government. Which kind of unknown government? The truth will soon be out. The truth will be out. Some who dare to speak up are labeled Ipob sponsors and targeted with arrest or violence. Sometimes during raids or bombing, mobile network may seriously go down, cutting off eyewitnesses from reporting what is happening in real time. Meanwhile, sponsored disinformation floods social media, blaming the violence on Ipob factions, Eastern Security Network, or criminals with no independent proof. Guys, you can see what is happening. Any small thing, even if it's a man and a woman that is fighting in Sokoto, they will say it's Ipob. Common answers. You guys know what happened when people went to the Lekki toll gate to demand for the end of, the what did they even call it? The end of this stuff police do, police brutality. Yes, they went to demand an end to police brutality. What happened? And a voice came from the top. Immediately they started blowing, firing innocent people. It was a peaceful protest too. Immediately, we cannot forget what happened on that day. They started firing innocent people, guys. Many youth, their brain were, blown off. Then they scored. Do you know what happened? They said it was Ipob that conducted that attack. Guys, any small thing that happened, they will say it's Ipob. Just to get, even they can't even prove that Ipob did this. They can't even prove. That's the point. You don't just go ahead to talk. Prove. Show your, just like, what's his name? The governor of Anambra State said that if they have caught 100% or 100 criminals, then 99.9% are from the southeast. Where is his proof? He doesn't have a proof. Now, in the chaos of bombing and military operation, ordinary people are forced to pay bribes at checkpoints, markets are extorted for security fee, and local traders lose income. Some soldiers and police make money by arresting innocent youths and demanding bail for their release. Many victims are young people, student traders, bike riders who have no gun or training to defend themselves. When these youths are killed or when they disappear, entire families are broken, dreams are buried, and the community loses future leaders. Not just bombing, but real families are ruined. By labeling every dissenting voice as Ipob or Eastern Security Network, the state tries to divide the Igbo population. Some elders fear the youth, some elites distance themselves to protect businesses or political careers. This divides the community into silent camps, the grave versus the fearful. That is just it. Now, bombing farmlands and villages destroy the environment. Farmland becomes unusable, rivers get polluted. This is what is going on in Imo State. Imo State is the talk of the town. And we have not even heard the president come to talk about it. We have not heard, I have not even heard the president come, even if he comes to talk about it, they are just, just for waste. In fact, I would say there's no point in coming out to talk about it, because after he finished talking about, nothing will change. The things that is happening will still be happening. The things that is happening is not even be happening. Somebody said that we are tired of all these things going on. Why are they after Southeast? You guys know that Southeast, in fact, Igbo is one tribe I know that has endured enough. In fact, they are on a normal. Somebody said, like this soldier said, that if it's Fulani or Hausa people that you're holding their leader, they will release them immediately, because they will release the person immediately. But because of he's an Igbo man, because he's Igbo has endured a lot. I feel that Igbos are too quiet. Even after the civil war, after everything they did to them, they were still calm. They never revenged or something. They were still very calm. That's to tell you that Igbos, they are peaceful people. But imagine if it was an Hausa person that, Hausa people that passed through all these things that Igbos are passing through. Even till now, Igbos are still marginalized. You will see them. It will become a very big war. Igbos are too very quiet. That is why this ex-soldier said that Igbos sit at home will not solve this problem. Igbos should go and demand for the release of their leader. Since how many years? They can't prove he's a terrorist. So what's the essence of keeping him? You guys are deliberately keeping him there. To just silence him. Nigerian government should know that they cannot defeat Biafra government. Even Shoyinka said that Biafra cannot be defeated. Listen to what this ex-soldier said concerning Biafrans. He sent a message to Biafran telling them to go and demand for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you're even waiting, currently what Justice James Omotosho is doing now, I'm very clear, I'm very sure the Nigerian government is not ready. Is not ready to release Kanu. See what Binta Nyako is suffering. In fact, what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is suffering now under Justice James Omotosho. That was the same thing he was suffering in Binta Nyako. That was the reason why he told Binta Nyako to recuse herself from his case. And that's the same thing that is still going on now. Even if they change another judge, the thing that is going on will still be going on, even worse. So the only solution is by taking this matter to an international court, or Igbos would rise and demand for the release of their leader. Take a look at what this ex-soldier said. He sent a message to Ipob. Take a look.
But if you people are killing, you are ranting in the east without taking a proper step, Nnamdi Kanu will not be released. I am not praying that he should be there, because the governors and the House of Senate rep in the east, they are behind his detention. Because why? If Nnamdi Kanu come outside, those people call themselves governor, House of Rep, they will not have the opportunity in any position in Biafra land. They might be chased out of Biafra. That is why they are making sure Nnamdi Kanu should not be released. This is my advice. I come in peace. I mean no harm. Detaining Nnamdi Kanu, they pay me for body. Because why? Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist leader. He's a freedom fighter. Why are you people detaining a freedom fighter and leave the leaders of Boko Haram and Fulani men? Why should you people leave the leaders of Boko Haram, ISWAP, banditry, and you people know them? They give you the list. And now, when I come to face Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, is he up to the terrorist leader in the north? If not another person, they arrest for this kind of treason. When they say treason. Are you aware the person no go reach this kind of time for prison detention. Una the Kanu is an innocent person. They just hate him because why? They still say he wise. If the country divide, peace go there, everybody go you. It go affect them. They don't say if the country divide, those who are ruling now, the governor ruling in the east now, they are not going to get it right. That is why they are doing amebo to the president that they should not release what? Nnamdi Kanu. Because why? They are not going to benefit in the movement of Biafra country. That's why they are doing so. If you say you don't hear from me, I don't tell you now wait till they stop now. Make una do the right thing. Mobilize to Abuja, DSS for a massive protest on that court day. Now go stop the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Make them give una leaders. You not do anything. If not, and therefore don't hold that place ransom seas. Not be to do sit at home, man. Please. Not be sit at home, go release Nnamdi Kanu. Do the right thing. The people of Biafra. I want to do the right thing. October is the end. It's adjourned. The court case. I want to make una day Abuja by on the 7th.
So you guys know that they postponed Kanu's case to 10th of October. Yes, and this man is saying if they don't release Martin and Kanu, in fact on that day, people should march out, and protest, because if they adjourn this case again, though it will not be funny, honestly, because in fact on 18th of July, in fact everybody was certain, because Kenya High Court came out to rule that Kanu is innocent and everything. Nigerian government or the courts ignored that ruling. So we were expecting that, he's going to like release Kanu on the 18th, but then they adjourned it to the 10th of October. So if they don't release Kanu on the 10th, it won't be funny at all. Now let's talk about the Southeast, like the criminalizing legitimate, how they criminalize or arrest youth just like that because they wore Ipob cap or shirts. When bandits carry arms, when Fulani men carry guns around, nobody says anything just because Southeast, youth in the Southeast wear, Ipob shirts, they will go ahead and arrest the person. But in broad daylight, these bandits carry arm. When 16 Fulani men were seen with guns, nobody said anything about it. Just because youths in the East wore Ipob cap, they were arrested. The Southeast is the only region where ordinary citizens who wear an Ipob cap shirt or even fly a flag can be labeled a terrorist overnight. Meanwhile, other groups in other regions openly carry arms. Guys, I mean openly. Yet they call them, they call them repentant militants, not even terrorists. This shows how the word terrorist is used selectively to silence a non-violent political ideology. Many elders who survived the Biafran War still carry deep wounds, yet schools barely teach that history. The current violence reopens those scars, leaving new generations to inherit trauma. Igbos are not supposed to be treated like this because of what happened in the Civil War, how they killed them. But till now, Igbos are marginalized. Like they are treating Igbos like a last class citizen. Even till now, Igbos have been marginalized. Rats and bombings push communities away from ancestral lands. Currently, many people are running away from, Imo State because of what is going on. Because of what is going on in Imo State. Many crackdowns are made possible by paid informants. Sometimes locals are forced or bribed to betray neighbors. This breeds distrust within the community. Nobody knows who is listening or recording. That is just it. Even the ordinary soldiers ordered to bomb villages and so for some come from poor families and used as a tool. Currently, soldiers are now used as, people that any order given to them, they will do it. Any order given to them, they will do it. Many Western governments ignore Southeast atrocities. They have not come out to talk about it because they buy Nigerians oil and gas. Silence is profitable. No one wants to annoy a government that supplies crude oil. That's one thing. You saw that these international bodies, they are silent. I was even expecting that once Trump emerged as the president again, that he was going to release Martin and Kanu, look deep into what is going on in Nigeria. Like help Nigeria, help release Nnamdi Kanu. But who want to annoy a government that supplies crude oil? They want to be buying cheap oil, of course. Yes, now they want to be buying cheap oil, so they don't want to annoy the government. That is why you see that they are silent. This is to tell you that they are silent. This exposes how business interests come before human rights. They prefer to buy cheap oil than doing the right thing. Even when, in fact, I was even expecting that international bodies, because they come out and talk without even taking actions. They come out and talk, yet Nigerian government still ignore everything they are saying. Because what Nigerian government did actually violated international treaties, violated international law, and there's a punishment to that. There's a punishment to that, but till now, nothing has been done. That's to tell you that they are silent. They are silent because they don't want to provoke Nigeria, because they know they buy cheap oil. They know now. That exposes how business interests come before human rights. Instead of empowering the youth through job education, constant rant force energetic youth population into survival mode. So, guys, we have come to the end of this live section. Guys, do want to hit that subscribe button so that you will not miss any, any so that you don't miss any breaking news. Now, before I end this, let me talk about what somebody said. Somebody said she's saying the truth, but the truth is when we realize the war is between the when we realize the war is between, I don't get what this person is saying. Okay, between us, the citizen, regardless of our tribe or region, but the war is between the citizens and the politicians. Yes, I actually agree with this person, because currently, according to what that soldier said, he said the people that are actually involved in the endless detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is actually within the southeast, within the within the southeast. See, do you know Nigerian government? They respect bandits than the people. When people come out to protest, they shoot them, they arrest them. When bandits attack, they move out. No arrest will be made. When bandits attack by 200 people, no attack, no arrest will be made. You'll be asking yourself, are these people spirits? They are not spirits, they are human beings. They all live in houses. Why is it that military men have not gone after them to arrest them? That is just it. So guys, we've come to the end of this live session. Do also hit that subscribe button, like, and share this video. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for staying with me, and I'll see you guys next time.